change your skin. You know, maybe you're not a designer, and you go and buy another skin. You plop it on your site. You go and change the skin for your page. Everything will still be in the same spot, theoretically, as long as all the names are standardized. Okay. So there you go. Need to stand. Any questions on panes? No? All right. I'm going to go through this briefly. Third-party skin objects and menus. You can buy, just like you can buy modules, you can buy third-party skin objects and menus. Like, for instance, on a lot of my skins, I don't use the .NETNuke menus. I use the Telerik menus or tab strips for my menus. Let's see here. Make sure you look into their documentation and how to use them. You can use screenshots in your skins, and I'll show you where that become relevant, in order to give a thumbnail impression of what that particular skin or container will look like once it's put onto the page. And you'll see how that becomes important in a minute. An about skin package, real quick, I'm going to go over it. If you include it about.htm, it'll add a little link at the bottom. So if you're doing this like selling skins, it'll add that link, and what that'll allow you to do is put some information about yourself. Maybe it's licensing. Maybe it's a, hey, thank you for doing this. Or maybe it's, hey, I got more skins, go over here. Those type of things. Okay. That's actually something that's not widely known. As usually in bigger crowds, you get the, oh. All right, so demonstration. We're going to show you a skin. Oops. All right. So this is the default skin. I think it's called DNN Blue. All right. When you are on here, you can see that the skin is just a blue theme. The containers are all another blue theme. There's minimal images here. So this is just your default skin. So I've seen a ton of .NETNuke sites out there with that default blue skin. All right. When you, different site. Go to a new site and have to figure out who I am. All right. So when you log in as an admin, you get this extra menu here, the admin menu, and one of your options is skins. If your host has allowed it, and this option is going to go away in the future with .NETNuke 5, we can talk about that then. But if your admin has allowed it, you'll be able to come in here and upload a skin. You can do it through this list here, which see the host hasn't enabled, and I'll show you that. Or there'll be a link down here to upload skin. But real quick, just to give you a rundown of this page, here you see the size of these drop-down menus. There has actually been a DNN issue item resolved for, I think it's for the next version, 4.9, that makes this wider. All right, so that way people can have more length in their package names. All right, so your skins drop down, so you can choose one of the skins you had. Containers drop down, you can choose one of the containers. These checkboxes up top here will basically toggle what you're seeing in those drop-down lists, whether you're seeing ones that have been installed by the host or ones that have been installed by the admin. That's this one right here. All right. Now, this link right here, Restore Default Skin, that'll switch every skin reference on your site to the default one. That can be useful in situations where you're trying to delete a particular skin. If nobody's ever looking at your site, you can do that. If you have a production site, I would never do that. Yes, sir?
If you change that skin at that level, you said it'll change it across the entire site. That's
no, not here.
Huh?
Not here. We do that. So, well, actually, down here, we got these checkboxes. You can. And where's my link? Oh, okay. Then never mind. Right? I was thinking of something else. These checkboxes down here will tell you where to do that, or how to apply that. So, if you right now we're in the skins page in the admin menu. If we wanted to apply it to the entire portal, that's where we check it, or just the admin, that's where we uncheck it or check it. I actually don't manage that here. I'll show you where I manage that. If I go back to my admin menu and I go to site settings, this is where I manage that. It's a little bit more of a granular appearance when you're looking at it. So in your site settings, you got your basic settings thing that's already popped down, but then I just expanded appearance. All right, and in there we got our area where we can change skins. Okay, we can change our portal skin or portal container, admin skin, admin container. This makes it a lot easier to change all your skins in one shot without waiting for postbacks. All right, and the drop-down lists are wider. Yes, sir.
Again, when you change that skin there, it's only going to change it on the pages where a skin is not specified at the page level, right?
Oh, I got you. Yes,
It's not
that's
gonna
true.
It'll be
So-
portal wide,
Yes.
or that site wide, but if you set a page skin, that one will not be reset.
Yes, he's talking about inheritance. When you change your skin at the site settings level, that will change it for the entire site. Now, when you go down to a page, you can change the skin for just that page. All right. Same with containers. You go down to a module, go into module settings. You can change the module just for that particular, or the skin for just for that particular module. All right. So when you make that change here, it's not going to overwrite that. Okay. So it's your typical Microsoft inheritance workflow. Does that make sense? Thanks, Mike. I completely forgot to mention that. All right. So in here is where you can change it. So like just within a couple clicks, I can choose Dean and Gray. I'll choose something else gray. And the admin skin, everybody remember where that is? That's where you click on something to do settings. That's going to be where your admin areas are. All right. So actually, I'll leave that blue just so we can see the difference. Just click update. All I did is choose something to drop down list. And I'm going to click update. All right. This is still blue. I load the page again. It's still blue. You go to the home page. It's not. Okay. So it's that easy. Once you have a skin developed, it's that easy to switch the entire design of your entire site. All right. Now, when we talk about if you have a bunch of changes at your to different pages and different modules, it gets a little bit more complicated to change them all at once. I typically do that at the database level and do queries in order to change those. That's really the only time efficient way to do that. Otherwise, you have unless you have an intern that gets paid nothing, you can have them go go through all those pages and change them one by one.
Are there any modules out there that will? I mean, I can see that as being a module that you can create.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if there's a module out there to do that, but that would really be cool to have.
Yeah, because I had to do that for our containers. And we had to. I used the print template screen or print template to do print previews and our stuff. And that was one of the things. I'm like, okay, well, how do I get this on the containers? And he's like, we have to go through each site. And I'm like, there's like 150 sites.
Yeah.
I'm not going through each site.
One thing I will tell you is that the next version of .NET one of the things that they did is, and not 4.9, 5.0 when that comes out. All right, 4.9 should be coming out in a week or two. Well, depending on if anything changes with their release candidate, if there's anything wrong with it. One thing they did is they took away the admin and host menu. All right, well, they didn't take it away, but most of the modules, most of them, not the ones that are that would basically lessen your security, they've been changed to just being a regular module. All right, so it's easier to give people partial admin rights, basically. Now, in doing that, one of the things they've done is they've removed the ability for the admin to be able to install skins. Now, that's a big problem in a lot of companies. They have somebody that they don't want to give host permissions to be able to do that. But then that's a problem also for the security level, because if you develop skins using the user control, you can put server-side control in there, right? So at that point, you can do anything you want to the site. Okay, so that's why they took that away from the admin. So what I'm getting at is what's going to be happening with that. You're going to see a whole bunch of new modules come out. The ecosystem's going to just blossom that much more because there's going to be people doing better versions of these DNN management modules. And one of the things that possibly can be done is that. Another thing is to have a module where to allow anybody with particular admin rights to be able to upload skins. So you're going to see a lot of that stuff start to really expand once 5.0 comes out.
When is 5.0?
Yeah, whenever we're talking about release dates for .NET-Nuke and in general or .NET-Nuke modules, there's never really a date because it's whenever they can get it done, basically. Because the majority of the people working on it are donating their time, and so it says time allows, and then they put it through a process of basically quality analysis to make sure things are working right. There's no bugs introduced and things like that, which things do get through with bugs. Like for instance, the forums right now you can't get emails. Well, there is a way to get some emails, but you can't get emails like you typically would in the forum. But yes.
Say that again?
The
Of the
which
DNN
one?
forum?
for the current version, you can't get the emails.